Welcome back, guys. This is Nedunkaval here. We are back in Ostriv. So, in the previous episode, we did build the trading post, which is poking out to the sky right there in the left side of the screen. And we also have this beautiful farmhouses cultivating and providing us food. And we are collecting them in the granaries, right situated right here. And people are still chilling, the normal way of life. Children are playing. Look at that, beautiful. And I didn't notice this in front of the row houses. They do have a beautiful garden here, isn't it? That looks nice. Look at the trade post, quite big. And we did send a messenger in the previous episode, spending 80 hiranyas, going down a little bit on money. So far, we have been floating with a positive income, but we have been heavily spending money. That is why we are in a negative balance. But I think those things will change eventually. Since we have placed the town hall, I think we are also obligated to increase the rent, of course. I'm going to increase the rent to 60. I'm going to double it. Now, we don't have any apartments, but I'm going to double it anyways. Land tax, I think I'm going to make it 25 hiranyas. Wealth tax, yeah, we need to do that. I'm going to limit them to not cross beyond 70, and we'll tax them heavily. That is not going to be much, but at least we'll have a little bit of income. Let us tax them to 1 hiranya. Okay, the messenger is here. Let us slow down speed. I'm not going to touch on the wages, but I'm going to increase the purchase value to 100. So we pay them the actual price, 100% for the value, and we'll sell them for 10% in profit. We can go up to 20%, but I'm not going to do that. We'll do that by exporting. So Derkachi messenger is here. This is why I said I'll wait till we reach 8,000 charcoal in storage. We have 10,000. Let us deal with it. That is going to be adding 421 in our treasury. So that is going to be 1,300. Now, we can buy something if we want. We are running short on iron. Can we buy 500? Yeah, it is going to be just 60 hiranyas. Let us pay that. And what else can we buy? When it comes to food variety, we are good. And we do have a little bit of honey, which we can sell. Let us sell the 567 we have and get the 567. Let it be a temporary stock. That is why I kept storing it here. And we should really stop selling it and start storing it directly here. So that is going to almost match up on iron purchase. So what do they need more? They can buy chicken eggs, which is going to be our next target. But for that, we need chickens. We have to import chickens from Merifa. We'll do that. I'm not sure whether it is Balakli or Merifa. We'll see. We can have pigs, but we need to build the pigsty first. Okay, they also sell iron ore. So we can smelt it and make iron. I think iron ore is way cheaper than iron, isn't it? Yeah, look at that, yeah. It's almost 1/3 of the price. But we are going to need salt. And you'll see why. I'm going to go with 500 salt. 500 is going to be more than enough initially. Do they buy dried fish? No. But they do sell dried fish. We can buy that if we want. Okay, they do sell cows. Okay. We might at some point need leather shoes and warm clothes for the next year because their clothes do wear. Look at that. Shoes are good. The clothes are going to go down. We might have to think about it. But I think for now we are fine. Let us see the honey getting in. Yeah, it is already in. Nice. So I have just clicked the temporary stock. Once the goods are sold, this row will get emptied. That is why. After that, we'll slowly start storing it. I think the next house is being, yeah. Scarbonis family is here. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names, guys, the pronunciations. And the method is going to be here for 24 more days. So we can sell if we need anything. We will think about it in the last day. If we pile up more on charcoal and if there is a demand, 1 second, because the demand always slowly creeps up. We can even buy metal parts, interesting. But I think buying iron is cheaper than buying metal parts because we do have the charcoal here. So we can make our own metal parts and nails here. Nail is slowly going up. That is something good. The row houses are being built. Farmhouses, I'm going to hold on. How is the unemployment? There are 3 vacancies. Where are the vacancies? I think it is in the trading post, right? There is 1 here. Where is the other 3? Interesting. It shows 3 vacancies, but oh, look at that. Someone has visited us from Marifa. Nice. What do we do? Okay, we need to make a purchase. I think I'm going to go with, let's say, 30 workloads. That's going to be 12 hiranyas. And I'm going to go with 500 is more than enough, I guess. We'll go with hemp. Why do we need hemp? Because we need to make some threads. Because only with threads we can make fish nets. Yes, we should start thinking about fishing. But I don't think so there is any point in building it right away. So we'll start with a weaver. That is going to be our next stage. Weaver's workshop produces textile and threads from hemp and flax. That's a huge building. I think we'll place it not here. This is a business building, right? Technically it should be here. But you know what? I'm going to place it right next to... No, we'll keep this place. I think I'm going to place it here. Okay, let us leave some gap here. We need people to traverse. Let us take this as the reference. I think 1 weaver is going to be more fine. Right in front of the warehouse. And we don't have any women looking for jobs. I think they are filling up on charcoal here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, the trade is happening. Look at that. And the capacity is only 1,000, right? Yeah, they're carrying honey. And now it's the Derkasi situation. 9 more days. Has the demand gone up? The charcoal is being loaded once again. 491. Maybe we'll reach almost 600. We'll wait for that. The salt is in from Marifa. And hemp will soon reach. I think this is hemp, right? Now they're still collecting charcoal. Look at that. Yeah, their maximum capacity is 1,000 units. I think it is units. I'm going to call it kgs. It's not going to be 1,000 tons, right? It is a horse carrying. So let us be practical. Look at that. The charcoal is being stored here. And I think I'm going to collect honey here directly from the local producers. Instead of storing it here, we can store it here. I'm going to ask for 1,000. I think that's achievable. Look at that. The weaver workshop is being built. I think the hemp is on the way. Oh, they just spawned right here. Okay. Okay, where is... Hemp is still on the way. And I think Derkachi, we have 2 more days. So yeah, let us sell them a little bit more charcoal. At least the prices are fixed. There is no demand versus supply change in prices. There is no price fluctuation here. And no inflation because we are in the 17th century. Globalization is still an idea now. I think globalization was there even in 17th century, right? But it was just not labeled as globalization. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I have no idea. I'm not good with history. Okay, the cart is built here since this is being busy all the time. Now it is not busy, of course. So let us order 4 more carts. We're going to need it eventually. And I think the hemp is here. Good. It's being unloaded. So we have 3 employees here working. And I think very soon we'll open up for a row house. Come on, make it quick. And I'm expecting harvest this year. Is there any new products to be sold? Nothing yet so far. I think we'll only know that once we start harvesting, right? Is that so? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, the weaver's workshop is ready. Let us hire 1 woman and we'll ask her to make threads, nothing more. And once the row house is built, I think we'll have an availability here. And here, what do we store? First, we are going to store, I guess, fishing nets. Yeah. Not fishing nets. They're not going to... Yeah, it is going to be fishing nets. It was 10, right? Let us assume 10. And now we can empty this finally. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, this place is empty now, so we can... Okay, we can keep this empty, right? That is the plan, right? Yeah, I remember that. Okay. I'm still thinking about keeping this campfire yet. There is no day and night cycle in Ostriv, so we're not going to see the campfire anytime soon. We might see a little bit of smoke here, even that is not present now. But this is the remnants of a settlement, right? Yeah, people are still using this. Are they using these chairs here? Okay, they are using it here. How about here? They're not using it here. Okay, I think we are jam-packed on thatchery. Good. Thatches are good. Okay, look at that. She has already started making some threads. And this one, I think we should start storing things. We'll wait. I'm not yet decided. That's why I haven't employed anyone. I just want to clear that camp storage. Because eventually it withers out, right? It has been 2 years. Keeping that camp is not safe. I'm not going to store iron here. I think we can keep the iron here and directly push it here. Okay, we have the warm clothes. I think we should push it somewhere. Where do we do this? Because they are going to need some warm clothes. I think I'm going to push it here. Instead of dry fruits, let's put the warm clothes in. This will move eventually. Do we have an employee? Yes, we do. We are running short on work hands, isn't it? We can simmer down on nail production, but we're constantly consuming it. We can bring down a little bit on timber production. I think we can do that in thatch works so that we have more work hands. Look at that. They're still, oh my god, they're still getting the charcoal in. Yeah. So far we have 1 pot of honey. Do we have any honey here? We're trying to store, isn't it? Yeah. But I don't see any honey pots here. Maybe that is why. Honey is a great source of income. Anybody who cultivates honey in the farmhouses, they multiply their wealth like nothing. So far we are holding on to it. How is the profit? Income is good. It is not bad, but it is good. Can we see exports? Yeah, we have made 500 hiranyas by exporting charcoal. But this is not going to be a continuous process. Eventually the demand for charcoal will come down. So we have to be careful. That is why we are heavily taxing these people. Housing rent is getting in, land tax is getting in, wealth tax is getting in, and you'll see we'll be shaving off these people who are in 100 plus. They'll slowly get into 40 to 100. We will not tax the 20 to 40 stage because they are usually people settling new. Look at that. The new settled is only having 24 hiranyas with them. Let us not disturb them. We're going to need more row houses, isn't it? How's the well taking up? It is still capped. Or this one is being consumed. How about this one? Is this not reachable for the row houses? I think it is reachable, right? Or we can build one well here, right here. We do have the space. And I think we need to add more row houses here. We do produce a lot of food. And we're going to take this road out. We are going to make this the main road, main pathway. And I have to keep in mind when I cross a population of 100, the population will be capped until we give them a religion, some kind of situation there, some kind of religious belief. I think it was a chapel, right? A place for prayer, yeah, small chapel. I shouldn't build too fast too. Okay, it's being built. Nice. Okay, the harvest has been done, but no onions. Are they moved here? Okay, the onions are being moved here. Okay, that is good. Okay, let us ask. Okay, there is horseradish, right? See, I was thinking about it. Some of them were horseradishes. They won't get much, but I think we can give horseradishes not in front of dried fruits. Maybe instead of pumpkins. A variety. I'm not going to give it on multiple stalls. We can reorganize all the goods sold in stalls. Can we see the food situation here? Oh, we can. We have a lot of marrows, isn't it? And what else do we have? We have some cabbages. I think building a pigsty would be great. But where do we do this? It should be far away from the city, right? I don't know. Let's see. It comes under food production. Pigsty. We have everything we need here. I think putting the pigsty right next to the storage house makes sense. Because they do need the supply of food, right? So I think I'm going to put a pigsty right here. Is it the right place? I don't know. I'm still just thinking. Because they don't need anything else, right? You know what? Let us put it right here. I think they can travel. Because I don't want pigsties right next to buildings. I can put it here, but it looks weird, isn't it? We'll do it here. I don't think so there are going to be any bigger buildings right next to the trade post. Okay, not here. It doesn't feel right. And I don't want to be it in the center of everything. Maybe here. I think we will know. How are we going to do this? Yeah, we might have farms in the future here and here. I think this would be the right place. I'm going to place the pigsty right here, guys. I don't want to overthink this. Let them build. And I'm going to build the boatyard and the fishing dock next, right here. Let's see. Where is the boatyard? To build that first. It does cause terrain change, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. And next we are going to build. It comes in food production, right? Fishing dock. For fishing dock, I think, I'm sorry, that is not the menu. The short key is O. I'll go with fishing spots. We have 1, 2, and 3. Let me slow down the game. We'll look at the trade route. Oh, really? Uneven terrain? Guys, come on. So basically I have to, okay, that is a spot here. But I think it's too far away from the city, right? Okay, we'll see. Okay, where is this from? Balaklia. Of course, it's from Balaklia. Now, I so badly want to buy pigs, but we cannot keep them in. But we can sell them some honey. And we have 0. 0? Or we just have 1. I don't think so we can sell anything. We can sell dried fish. That is the whole point of buying salt, so that we can start fishing and start selling it as dried fish. They do sell nails. What is the cost of nail? Oh, it is cheap. It is as cheap as iron ore. Wow. But we buy in volumes, right? So that is how. They sell charcoal. They sell sheep and horses. Okay, I have to remember that. Do we need iron? We have enough iron already in the storage. Let us complete that. We can buy some clothes for the people here. But I think the next thing we are going to need is going to be not clothes, it's going to be shoes. How are the warm clothes situation? We do have 7 still left. And has the situation improved? Not really. Okay, we'll see. So November is in. I think it is going to start snowing very soon. A new family has settled once again. We are reaching 70. And I think it is only fair to place the chapel next. We don't have to wait till it reaches 100, right? Should we do it here? I think we should do it here. Or can we place it in the middle of... We can't even do it here, right? We have this awkward place here, which I happen to leave. I think we can do this and we can place the... what do you call it? The burial plots here. I'll start with 1. Because we do have an elderly here, right? Somewhere. There it is. Yevhen, 79 years old. The great Smithy is 79 years old. I do not know the average age of mortality here. I think I'll go with a row like this. We'll see. It will turn to white when they are being buried, and we will get a notification here. And I hope I noticed that. And we do have a log book here, right? Message log, yeah. We can see everything right from 1721, yeah. Oh, it has just been a year, right? It feels like 3 years, isn't it? So yeah, we cannot buy anything from Balaklia for now. And the trade route also has been closed. And we are building the pigsty. I keep saying pig farm, isn't it? It's a pigsty. The next row house is being built. How is the employment? Okay, we have 3 guys looking for jobs. Good. And the reason I'm building a pigsty is because pigs consume anything we throw at them. They consume veggies. We can feed them marrows, cabbages, beetroots. I don't think so we can feed them peas, but we'll see. And we can also feed them onions. We have excess in production, and even horseradish. So we can convert, instead of wasting it, instead of getting spoiled, they can be consumed by pigs, and pigs we can slaughter and make into pork and sallow. And for that we might need salt once again. So our next target should be building a salt work. But for that we are going to need some oxes and a lot of firewood and charcoal. So we have to build a cow community. Before we do that, we need a livestock before we do that. How's the weaving situation? We are still, okay, we are getting the last shipment of hemp here. So once this is done, I'm going to take her out of the weaving profession. She's going to be unemployed shortly. And very soon we'll build the boat yard and the fishing dock. Oh, nice. How is the situation here? Good. So 2 people are still managing the thatchery. That is interesting. One goes for gathering reed, or both have gone together. Oh, that's still so far, isn't it? I thought if we reduce it to 2, and since it starts capping, I thought they'll get it from a nearby source. Nope. They still want to take it from here. And I think I'm going to push the farmhouses here and we'll start building it. And we can even add a few more farmhouses because we need to produce more food now for the pigsties. So we leave a gap here for them to enter. Look at that, yeah. Why are they this weird looking? And yeah, I do remember flipping the houses like this. So we'll make this into a backyard farm. And let us correct the square up. Here it is perfect, right? Okay, now it is perfect. We'll give them some more space to traverse. Okay, why do they bend like this? I don't know. Look at that. You guys can see this, right? I'm not imagining this, right? Really? Too long? Okay, done. We'll put these on hold so that we'll relocate our row house occupants. How's the situation here? We have 5 men looking for a job. Let us employ them. And yes, we also have to build the cart right? And I think the fishing nets are here. Where is the threads being moved? Okay, it's being manufactured. So we have 500 threads. She's not working. She's just lacking. Okay, let the pigsty get in. We have 13 women ready to work. I think it is only fair to start building farms now. And I'm tempted to build the farmhouse right here. But I think the fields have to be very near to make it reachable. So I think we are going to keep this as it is. I think we are going to build fields here. I think, I'm not sure. and it has to be near to employment. I thought I would place it here. Yeah, no, it is going to obstruct the flow. Let us do it right here. And I'm going to push the farmhouse next to the chapel. Pigsty is ready, fantastic. And I'm going to employ 2 women here. And we need to build a well immediately. Or we can collect water from here. You know what? I'm going to build a well. We'll build it right here. And we will prioritize it. The water will be now temporarily collected from along there. Water, I'm going to cap it to 500. I'm not going to take any wheat or let alone any barley or any sunflower. We can take seeds. I mean, we need to make oil, right? Okay, we'll see. So we can use marrow, pumpkins, cabbages, carrot and beetroot. Okay, so we cannot use horseradishes. Okay, I have to keep that in mind. Should we start taking up? Let's see. We have a lot of marrows, but they are being spoiled, getting spoiled, right? So we'll go with 500 cabbages and 1000 marrows, and maybe 200 pumpkins. We don't have enough, and maybe 500 beetroots. Yeah, let it get in. And I think we have to spend some money. I know we are going low on money. We couldn't trade anything. So let us see. Was it Derkachi or Balaklia? Derkachi had pigs. And we can also sell some, what do you call it? Charcoal. I think boatyard is done. Let us employ a guy. Let us ask them to store some wood. Let it reach. I think the fishing dock is getting ready. By February, the snow will thaw out. After that, we can start fishing. But I'm going to completely export the fish. I'm not going to sell it. First, they have to make the fishing nets. We'll see. And I think for that, we can build another... oh yeah, we cannot build it uneven terrain, right? I do remember that. Look at that, the marrows are in. We just need the pigs in, that's it. And we can make sallow. Sallow is a great product to sell. It has higher value. Why is the income going down? I think we are employing too much, isn't it? Let us go with 2 guys. Let us reduce 1 smithy. Forestry is going to be fine. We have some... Oh, we do have some trees here. I think even here we can take some trees out. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. Thatchery is employed to the minimum. Yeah, we have a lot of builders, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see. Farming is the best way to employ these people. We do have the fishing dock. We're going to need 5 guys. 2 for fishing and 2 more for salting and 1 for making fishing nets. And we'll only produce dried fish. We'll have 10 fishing nets. And we'll carry the 500 threads here. And we'll have 500 salt here. Let them move. And let's say we have 10 fishing nets. And the fishing nets will reach. And then we'll ask for, we don't need the fishing nets. We can ask for 50, so this will be pushed. I don't think so it will, right? No, it won't. Never mind. We'll take the fishing nets out. How is the Derkachi situation? They do buy charcoal finally. So that is going to be 158 hranyas, not much. And what do they need? They buy honey. We have no honey. I don't know why we are not producing honey. They don't buy sallow, but they sell pigs. So I'm going to go with one pig. That is going to be 35. And 2 female pigs. So 1 boar and 2 pigs. Yeah. We're not in a deficit, but still, yeah, we'll deal with it. We don't have a choice. Yeah, we have enough water and the well is here. We'll use it only for production. I think this is going to be enough to feed. I'm going to go with 4. So we have 3 getting in, and we can have another kid, a juvenile. Every other growing up pigs will be slaughtered. We don't have a choice. Boat yard is here. We'll order some boats. Oh, come on. Now Balaklia is going to... The timing is so bad, isn't it? And we have nothing to offer to them. And we have nothing to buy. We're running out of money. We'll see. We do have some onions here. And we might have to take marrow out of the picture, but we'll see. They do spoil very slowly during winter, isn't it? That is a neat mechanic here. Let's keep it at 5. I think we can feed 5. The reason I'm restricting is because if we cannot feed it and we run out of food, then it is going to be too many pigs to slaughter and we might lose the whole family. And to slaughter, we are going to need a slaughterhouse. That's going to be a cute building, isn't it? Yeah. Where do we place it? I think we can keep it here because we need to supply sallow here, right? I don't know why this is in this orientation. We are not in a hurry, but we'll still build it. We're going to need it eventually. Let us build right here. And slaughterhouses, they do make sallow, right? Yeah, there it is, Salon Heights. So if you are putting a slaughterhouse, we should also think about a leather production here. Yeah, everything is interconnected. Leather works. I think that this is here. Produces leather from sheepskin, hides and leather. Okay, where do we get leather out of pork? I don't think so. Okay, let me check. Oh, we can also conserve resources, okay? Okay, for breeding, yeah, you need at least 1 pig. I do remember that. They only produce pork and sallow, isn't it? So they don't give us leather. Yeah, of course they don't. It has leather comes from from cows and horses, I think. Okay. Okay, there's no need for tannery for making leather, but we are going to need shoes eventually because these guys who've been living forever, yeah, look at that. The clothes are going bad. And I think we still have a little bit of warm clothes. That is something good. Balaklia sells warm clothes, right? No, they sell these clothes. And we can buy leather and make shoes. That is a neat good because Derkachi buys shoes for a very good price. But how much is leather? Leather is 25, isn't it? Yeah. That's a huge, steep investment. I don't want to waste money right now. I think going with the dried fish is the best way to do it. Let us add 5 guys here. And let us start making fishing nets. You know what? Are they going to make fishing nets? No. They have enough, right? So they won't. So there's no point in making it. Oh, we are running out of thatch. Wow. So I guess we have to employ these women back. We do have enough people to work, so that's going to be fine. Unfortunately, nobody buys any vegetables, isn't it? They do buy sunflower oil and dried fish and potatoes, but we don't cultivate potatoes here, do we? We don't. Honey is still not getting in. Interesting. We are waiting for the snow to thaw, and you guys can see the water slowly becoming liquid again. The thin ice sheet is now slowly melting away. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Wow. Oh, look at that. You can see the shimmers in the water. Oh, beautiful. You can actually see the shadow animation. Look at that. And funny thing is, this game is not even that big, you know. The game is not, I don't think so, it's more than a GP. Yeah. But look at the quality of animation in this. Okay, this woman has finally come here to pull up reeds. I think we have to build a bridge to cross over to collect reeds from here. It's quite short. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be Merifa, isn't it? And we would have nothing to offer. We cannot buy even hemp now. We so badly need hemp and warm clothes. We cannot. I'm tempted, but we cannot. And we also cannot buy iron. I'm gonna add 15 more. Can I go with 30? Yeah. Let's spend some 12 granias and get some more warm clothes in. We are going to need it eventually. It will be sold out in no time. What can we offer? They need chicken eggs. And they do buy dried fish. So we can sell chicken eggs to 2 cities and dried fish to 2 cities. Okay, are they ready? Yeah. And I think this guy is going to work finally. It's a long way to walk, isn't it? Okay, these guys are all waiting. They do have all the threads they need to make the fishing nets, but they have 10 nets, so they're not going to make nets immediately. The boat is being built. Nice. How is the iron situation here? Okay, we do have 300 units of iron, 300 kgs of iron. I think we'll survive. Okay, the first boat is in, and the what do you call this guy? It just says boat yard. I don't know what his job is. Boat builder, I guess. Ship builder, actually, right? But since he's building boats, we'll call it boat builder. He's going to carry it here, and you'll see the fisherman getting in now. There he is. He's going to start fishing. Look at that. Good. And we're not going to locally consume fish. We have all the veggies we need. We're not going to be pescatarian all of a sudden. And we have the pigs in. We have, is there a difference in animation for boars? I don't think so. But look at that. They're eating up quite good. And I also think this is the best time to bring the pigs in, because by the time they consume all the veggies we have given, they will also have the the next set of food here. Okay, we do have food reserves for 2 years. I kept it at 5. This can go down anytime. Oh, look at that, they are growing up. And the slaughterhouse is going to take forever to build. Let us pull the slaughterhouse right next to the farm building. Okay, look at that. They are pre-depositing the resources here. That is good. Pre-depositing? No, that's not a word. Pre-transporting the resources here. Because here, oh yeah, here we are waiting only for thatch, right? Man, that was my bad. And are these carts really being used now? These are fully occupied. So these eventually will be occupied once we start fishing here. And I think they need a batch of 50 to start making dried fish. So I think I'm going to store dried fish. Oh, we have to make it, right? Can I? Okay, we can click it from here. I'll ask them to store 1000 dried fish right here. Once they start making in batches, we'll start storing it. The third boat is being made. Nice. Where is the other guy? Oh, this is the second boat getting in. Okay. Okay, now they are making fishing nets. That's nice. Okay, the fish is in. Okay, the second boat is out. Is this guy? Oh, he's taking a rest. Okay. Okay, I think for these guys, we need to build the benches here. It's only fair. They don't have to travel that far to rest. We'll do the same for the fishermen also. They do have a great view. Yeah. Our situation here, they're still not ready to make dried fish. Why is that? I thought 50 was a batch, right? Oh, everybody's taking rest. That is why. Enjoying life, I guess. That was the unemployment, not bad. Okay, the third boat is being made and I think it is being transferred. Yeah, there it is. So that will be actively 3 fishermen, 3 guys fishing, and there will be 1 guy probably taking rest and another guy making dried fish, and they will alternate each other. But I don't think so fishing will ever stop. Look at that, dried fish is being made. It's a batch of 50. Okay, I was right. Okay, the farming situation is done here. I'm going to slow down time for some time. And how is the situation here? I'm tempted to make it 6. Because we do have feed reserves for 2 years. So we'll see how this goes. And can I ration is maximum 100%, right? Okay, that is fine. Okay, let's see. Now we have to add fields for agriculture. Now where do we do this? I'm not sure where to start. I think we'll leave some space and we'll start. The reason is because we need to place some cow sheds. Now I think even though we don't need it right away, I'm going to place it here. Okay, now that is aligned. Okay, we will leave a gap, yeah, so that people can pass through. And I'm going to add 1. I mean 2. Three. Are we going to need it? Nope. So we're going to switch it off. And for them, I think we are going to need a hay barrack. And we leave a gap so that they can travel through. Really uneven terrain. Okay, we'll place it like this. Yes, and we will switch this off too. And then we are going to need definitely a well. I want to place it here because we are going to need it here. We'll do it here. This is just pre-planning, guys. That's all this is about. I'll have 2 wells here. We'll be needing it. I'm going to switch it off. I don't like this being piled up like this, but we have to. And I'm going to stop these houses for now. And we're not going to cultivate anything this year. We're already past it. Maybe we can build the hay barracks. They don't cost much, right? They hardly take anything. Okay. Now we have built the farms. Next we need the chicken coops. I think chicken coops can be here. They don't need to be right next to the farm. The resources can be moved. The buckwheat and the grains can be moved. The cow sheds has to be near because we have to build the pastures here. So we have made a layout. So let us start adding fields here. I usually go by 25 by 25 usually. That's too near, isn't it? Okay, that looks like a perfect square, but it says it has to come to 625, right? Okay, you know what? I'm going to accept this. We're not going to... I mean, we can cultivate wheat, right? Buckwheat. Oh, we are still in April. In that case, let us start it. And let us employ only women here. I'm going to employ completely. We'll prioritize gathering. Yeah, let them cultivate buckwheat. We're going to need it. Even for the pigs. Okay, that is weird. Okay, you know what? Let us start from here. Let us complete this row. That side is going to be a little bit difficult to build. I don't know why. Is it me or... I think it's me. I'm not measuring it properly. Look at this. This is 645 now. This can be sunflower. And can we It is also April, right? So we'll see this happen. Yeah. Now you might ask, why do we need sunflower? We don't need it to eat. We need to make sunflower oil. That is a great export good. The only way we can survive. Because we have the employees we need. And what is it going to be next? We can do potatoes or hemps. Hemp is going to be, I think hemp is going to be better. We can make clothes, and I don't think so we can export it. Potato we can sell directly. I think Derkachi buys potatoes, and we can also locally consume it. But can it be cultivated? Yeah, it all happens in the same year, right? Yeah. Look at that. People are already getting in. Now the farms are looking wonkier, but I think I'm gonna do this. Okay, this looks perfect. Now I might change this farm right away. Look at that. This is larger. Okay, that is done. Now I will take this one out and build a farm once again. Okay, this is good. So this one I'm going to keep it switched off. I'm not going to do any crop rotation for now. We'll leave it as it is. We will plot it. I mean, we can do it right now. We can keep it fallow, and next year we can repeat the same buckwheat, sunflower and potato. So every year we'll continuously have a rotation here. So we'll always have a fallow field. Potatoes, yeah, we'll do that. We can have more fields, but we need to expand our city. We need to improve. Look at the laborers we need. Even men are getting in. Unemployed men. Let us fast forward a little bit. Let them run. I think the slaughterhouse is ready. Let us just add one guy here, and he's going to need salt. Can I move the salt from here? Of course I cannot. Let's see, how much salt do we need? We are going to so badly need salt. Oh yeah, we don't have the cart right? So we cannot do special transports. We have the hay barracks at least. Here we will employ people. We'll pay them 10% more so that they'll prioritize hay collection. Right on time. Is it Balaklia? Yeah. They'll ask for honey, which we don't have. They'll ask for... We should be having dried fish, right? Where is the dried fish? The first batch is not yet completed. Yeah, I slowed down time, right? Okay, I don't think so we can sell anything to Balaklia, but we are going to need iron at some point. They do buy sallow. What is the price of sallow? Oh, it is only 10 hiranyas. But I think it's pretty easy to make, isn't it? We cannot build a cow shed immediately, so I guess we have to wait. Look at that, sunflower oil is going to be 18 hiranyas, and we can sell volumes, and they always have a demand. It shows 809 units, but everybody will buy sunflower oil. This one is great, but we are unfortunate that we couldn't produce honey. Oh, maybe it is because we are not selling honey, isn't it? Okay, that makes sense. Since we are not selling honey, honey is not reaching everywhere. So it is not being sold. And for some weird reason, we are having dried fish. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let us do this. We will start selling honey. Randomly somewhere here. We have the warm clothes here. Let us sell some honey instead of, not beetroot. Maybe instead of marrows here. We do sell a lot of marrows, honey, and we'll see how this moves. How are the pigs feeling? They are 5 months old. We're expecting 6. Look at that. The feed is going down to 1 year. Okay, I think we have the first batch of dried fish. Not yet. So the hay barracks are done. So now we should think about collecting hay. Where do we do this? I usually do this in the outskirts, but I didn't leave enough space to do that. I think I'm going to build a hay barrack garden here so that we can cultivate and collect grass. Or we can do this far away from here, somewhere here. I mean, we can do it here, right? We'll go with 4 and we'll hire people. Usually they collect during May and we'll pay them more for collecting hay. Let them slowly fill up the barracks here. And I think they've already sowed. Yeah, buckwheat is done. Potato is done. Sunflower is also done. And we have enough capacity here. So now we should think about placing the oil workshop. Where does it? Is it in food production? I think so, right? Should we do it here or? Yeah, it has to be here, right next to the farm and the export trading post. This is too close. Yeah, let us do it right here. And we'll also switch on the wells and maybe 1 cow shed to be built. And I think the chapel is done, right? Okay, beautiful. And Yavna is still going on here, right? Yavan is still going on. 79 years old. And I think it's time to place more row houses here. This is going to be the main entry point, right? So we can close this place off with row houses. We cannot do it here, so we'll leave a gap here and we'll continue from here. Not here, I'm sorry. Maybe we will turn the row houses like this. I mean, why not? We'll leave a gap here. Maybe in future we'll think about placing some market stalls here. I'm not going to do it now because we don't have to employ too much. We are running out of money. I did notice that. Okay, I think that is going to be enough for now. So we'll build the cow shed, we'll build the wells required for the cow sheds, and then we'll go ahead with row houses, 4 more. And then we'll also have the oil workshop right here. I think that is a great place to end today's video because we have crossed the 1 hour mark, guys. So I think I'm going to end the episode right here on a good note. So we are slowly developing. Our treasury is going down, but I think next year we will come around and we'll flourish and expand more as a village in Ostriv. Stay tuned.